There is a vast volume of erroneous and frank misleading information concerning the religiosity of one of the world's influential physicists, Albert Einstein. During my discussion with theists, usually when they are bewildered with logical inquiry, the final straw pulled usually rests upon the ranks of Einstein believed in God. Even if Einstein did believe in God, in which he certainly did not, his belief would not validate the existence of one. The fallacy of appealing to authority has been employed, or the tendency to cite an authority as evidence outside of their area of expertise for an argument to bolster its credibility. Quote mining can be cited as another logical fallacy, or the tendency to exclude information about a subject in question by veiling conflicting evidence. In a desperate attempt to parade about the renowned physicists amongst their niche, I lend the following quotes by theists. Quote, God does not play dice. End quote. Quote, God is cunning, but he is not malicious. End quote. Quote, I want to know how God created the world. I am not interested in this or that phenomenon, in that spectrum of this or that element. I want to know his thoughts, the rest are details. End quote. An inevitable question comes to mind. What did Einstein mean when he uttered these words? Could his words be slightly hyperbolic, or possibly the allegorical nuance for his unbounded admiration for the structure of the world? Einstein's fame was so absolutely gargantuan in scope, such that his writing has been a result of fervent picking apart and rigorous examination. During his midlife, in an interview concerning his religious beliefs, he left behind the following remarks. Quote, the problem involved is too vast for our limited minds. We are in the position of a little child entering a huge library filled with books in many languages. The child knows someone must have written those books. It does not know how. It does not understand the languages in which they were written. The child dimly suspects a mysterious order in the arrangement of the books, but doesn't know what it is. That, it seems to me, in the attitude of even the most intelligent human being towards God. We see the universe marvelously arranged and obeying certain laws, but only dimly understanding these laws. End quote. Is Einstein attributing the laws and the order of the universe to a supernatural deity? It seems that he is implying that the universe is incomprehensible to finite man, and we are mere children mired in our inexplicable ignorance. Perhaps he concedes the fact that the human species is genuinely marveled by the complexity of the universe, such that our hasty conclusions are that of childlike wonder? A myriad of assumptions were made by which Einstein discussed his religious beliefs with Jesuit priests, and erroneously charged with converting to theism, subsequent hearing a syllogism for the argument from design. Einstein responded, quote, I received a letter on June 10th. I have never talked to a Jesuit priest in my life and am astonished by the audacity to tell such lies about me. From the viewpoint of a Jesuit priest, I am, of course, and have always been an atheist. Your counter-arguments seem to me very correct and could hardly be better formulated. It is always misleading to use anthropomorphical concepts in dealing with things outside of the human sphere, childish analogies. We have to admire in humility and beautiful harmony of the structure of this world as far as we can grasp it, and that is all. End quote. Much ambiguity surfaced from Einstein's letter, resulting in faulty interpretation and clouded judgment. Further, Einstein responded, quote, I have repeatedly said that in my opinion, the idea of a personal God is a childlike one. You may call me an agnostic, but I do not share the crusading spirit of the professional atheist, whose fervor is mostly due to a painful act of liberation from the fetters of religious indoctrination received from youth. I prefer an attitude of humility corresponding to the weakness of our intellectual understanding of nature and of our own being. End quote. Einstein vindicates my aforementioned notion, demonstrating that belief in deities are largely culpable of our awe-inspired reflection of the natural world. Although it may seem highly partisan and a failed attempt at rhetorical propaganda, how much contortion is required to twist Einstein's words for the sake of deceiving people among their rank that he was one of their own? Einstein did not believe in a personal God, considered it infantile at that, and was intrigued by the sheer complexity of the universe and the world that we live in, so far as our science can reveal it.